How's it going, everyone? Mad Spartan here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a video that I've been wanting to do for a while. It's going over the things, leaked abilities, and powers, and I gotta say, after reading them, I don't think you guys grasp how much of a threat this tank can possibly be, depending on how they do it. So we're going to go over his abilities now. Obviously, has powers abilities over here, but first off, it's going to be Furious Charge, which is an ability that basically, from the looks of it, he just charges forward, he moves people around him. A couple of other articles say that they actually bring the people in the air, so it'll be a way to combo into maybe like someone like Wolverine's ult, or maybe to bring him down with like Winter Soldier's ult, maybe might hit them. So it seems here you're pretty much just creating a seismic zone by powerfully charging forward and moving enemies around you. So if you are just kind of like charging, it seems like when you run through people, it brings them up into the air, and then if anyone were to go in that area, they also kind of get like brought up and down. So it'll be kind of a way to constantly keep moving people. It might cancel ults, might cancel abilities depending on how much it does. So his passive is Solid as a Rock, which is something that we definitely will go back to in a little bit. Solid as a Rock passive gives you immunity to knockback and other effects. So that other effects is going to be a huge deciding factor in the character, but we're going to go back to that in a little bit. So we also have his ultimate slam moment. Launch lethal force to take down all the enemies in front of you and throw them into the air. So it's pretty much like, for those of you that play Marvel Contest of Champions, it's pretty much like his SP2, where he kind of jumps into the air and does like a butt slam into the ground. It kind of brings everyone up. So I'm assuming it would be something similar to that, where he jumps into the air, launches down, and everyone kind of gets brought up. So I think that would be really good to kind of crowd control, to move people, keep them kind of separated from each other, and I think it could definitely lead to some wacky combos. Another one, battlefield support. You can help teammates by giving them and yourself damage reduction, which he already has damage reduction, and he's going to have a way to boost his team to give them damage reduction. So I'm definitely excited to see how much it is and how easy it is to obtain. Maybe the cooldown's really low, so you can kind of keep buffing your team. So I definitely can't wait to see this guy. And his team up ability, of course, as from the other things they kind of figured out in the beginning of the game, that him and Hulk are going to have the same team up with Wolverine, and they're going to be able to throw him. Now, that is all we have right now, but we're going to go back to this passive Solid as a Rock here, giving you immunity to knockbacks and other effects. Now, if this other effect is just specifically all forms of crowd control, now for those of you who don't know what crowd control is, it's basically when a character gets moved, whether it's something that pushes them forward or pulls them in or moves them in a way, and does like type of an effect to them, I guess, is what's called crowd control. So people that are crowd control immune aren't able to be moved by abilities. So immunity to knockbacks is pretty nice, and then other effects. So we're going to go into these other effects right now. Abilities that move you. Wolverine's dash. He jumps up, brings you to a whole nother location, can bring you to the back line. Very annoying to deal with if you have a really good Wolverine. Winter Soldier's hook, same deal, pulls you into their back line, completely annihilates you. Thor's dash is another one. It kind of keeps his combo going, gives him his health, and also moves you out of position. Invisible Woman's pull and push is annoying to deal with. You have Black Widow's kick. It's kind of her combo where she kicks, brings you in, and that stuns you. Magic's uppercut is a form of crowd control. Mag's right click, or his spear ability, and Spider-Man's pull is what actually moves you. So if this all classifies as knockback and other effects, these are all abilities that Thing is not going to be affected by. Now my friend Mango Pool, actually, who uses Thor, was wondering how it would go for an interaction with Thor's dash into the Thing. And I think what will happen is you're pretty much just going to dash and stop immediately where he is. You're still going to get your bonus health and everything, but you're not going to be able to move the Thing out of position, which I think is very comic accurate. I do think that's like a very good ability to give him. And now we're going to go to ultimates that move the characters. Hulk's monster attacks, all of his attacks fling you up into the air. So if he's going to be going head to head with a Thing, he's not going to actually be able to move him. So I do think Thing will be a really good counter against Hulk's, which is always how it is. Doctor Strange ult with a question mark here. Now, I don't know if his ultimate is considered knockback or other effects. Is it If he's immune to all forms of crowd control, he won't be able to be hit by it, which means he's going to tank right through it. Which means if you're a good thing, you're pretty much going to be able to completely reduce the damage for all your team while also kind of slapping Doctor Strange around to get him off your team. Groot's ult was another one that I was kind of unsure about too, because in essence his ultimate when he throws it pulls people in, and if he's immune to that, he's not going to get pulled, which is really really good. Namor's ult is another one. When the whale hits you, it knocks them back. It kind of falls down. He's going to be immune to that. He's still going to be taking the damage, of course, but to not be moved and to kind of like be I don't even know what the saying is, but to basically be like an unmovable object is insane, especially for a tank position. Penny's spider sweep on her ultimate, when she hits you and kind of flings you into the air, that won't work on him. Spider-Man's ultimate is another kind of iffy one, where if he's immune to effects like this, he's not going to get webbed. Obviously, he's still going to take the damage, but he's not going to get webbed, so he'll kind of be able to move freely out of it. Which is another thing. For any of these ults that do damage that he is in essence doesn't take effect to, he's still taking the damage, but of course you're not thinking of the fact that he is able to just move freely out of these ults, which is a huge thing. Wolverine's ultimate that brings you up into the air and slams you down. We know for sure that this won't work on the thing because you're bringing him up into the air, which is he should be immune to. Venom's ultimate too is another one where it brings him up into the air and kind of chomps on him to get his extra health. That should not work on the thing either. So just reading these abilities, it looks like he's going to be a real menace. I'm not too excited for Human Torch's abilities. They just kind of seem a little lackluster, and I'm not really looking at characters like that. But this is definitely a good character to have. I definitely want to be using him. Hopefully I'm able to. And yeah, I'm very excited for this character. If you guys see anything that I'm not noticing, I know that we didn't really touch on his other abilities because this passive ability just really took me back. He's going to counter so many characters, especially the characters that have like the highest pick rates. So I do hope that there's like a whole new meta that'll come out when this character finally releases. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you all on the next one.